give her a shot. I'll mess anything up once. How's it going, everybody? All stations. This is WRDR 672, beginning the 15th session of the National GMRS Net. This net meets every Sunday at 5 p.m. Arizona time, 6 Mountain, 7 Central, 8 Eastern. There are no membership requirements to participate in this net. It is open to all GMRS licensed users and operators everywhere in the country. This is a general purpose net intended to provide a regular opportunity to share news and discuss topics of interest. Before we begin, if there's any emergency or priority traffic, go ahead and bring that forward now. Nothing heard. If there's any emergency or priority traffic at any point, please feel free to break between transmissions at any time, and we'll help you out any way that we possibly can. This net uses linked repeaters throughout the United States owned by various user groups and individuals which are affiliated with the MyGMRS network. For information on the National GMRS net and various groups linked together this evening, please visit usgmrs.com. For everything else, please visit mygmrs.com. We have more repeaters on tonight than what's usually connected throughout the week. Please remember to wait for the repeaters carrier to drop between and before transmitting. Some of the equipment in use tonight is operational restrictions different than what we're normally used to. This net is a directed net, meaning all traffic should pass through the net control operator. My name is Mike, WRDR 672, calling out of Morenci, Arizona, and I'll be your net control this evening. Let's begin with a roll call of stations who have checked in at least once in the last 5 sessions. We'll follow with a call for late or missed checks and a roundtable discussion. Lastly, we'll hold an open check-in for any licensed station wanting to be added to the roll call next time. Your spot on the roll is renewed with every net you attend in every form. Alternatively, if you'd like to be manually placed on the roll call, you can also give us a shout-out through the week. Send us an email at tucsongmrs@gmail.com, or otherwise get a hold of us any other way you wish. We reorganized the roll call as follows. First by time zone, moving east to west, then alphabetically by state, and then by call sign. When called, please identify or give your presence. If you have any other family members you'd like to check in as well, please give their first names. We'll move through the list fairly rapidly. If you miss your turn, we will call for late and miss check-ins after the initial roll call. Topic for tonight's net was suggested by Doug, WRF L449. And that is, have you thought about if and how you might use GMRS in an emergency? What hardware do you think would be good to have for emergency communication? If you're not able to stick around for the roll call or would like to bow out of this topic, please feel free to report no traffic up front when you're called during the roll call. Minor technical difficulty here, folks. Just a moment.
WQBS 960. Just a general announcement. I believe Net Control has lost an internet connection, so they are no longer in service at the moment. Stand by, and I'll get set up here, and we'll pick it up.
There was no audio on that last station that just broadcasted.
Okay, Roger. Well, give me just a second to set up here. I'll jump on it. I just got to turn up my audio so that this thing is going to work.
We heard you then. Appreciate it.
WRFL 449, relaying a message. What I heard was Net Control is switching to somebody and they're getting set up now.
All right, audio check 1 2 1 2. How's this? Should I bring it up any further?
Yeah, you can probably bring it up just a little bit more.
All right, let's see what this does. Is that too hard or workable?
That's
workable. Sounds good. I turned it on.
All right, let's pick it up. This is WQBS 960, standing in for Net Control. Let's see what we got, where we're at. Give me just 1 second to get in the script. The net is laid out as follows. We begin with a roll call of stations who have checked in at least once in the last 5 sessions. We'll follow with a call for late or missed check-ins and a roundtable discussion. Lastly, we'll hold an open check-in for any licensed stations wanting to be added to the roll call next time. Your spot on the roll call is renewed with every net you attend in any form. Alternatively, if you'd like to be placed manually on the roll call, you can also give us a shout throughout the week. Send us an email at tucsongmrs@gmail.com or otherwise get a hold of us any other way you wish.
Yeah, Brick, I would turn the audio down a little bit.
Down a smidge. Sorry if I blew anyone's ears off. How's that sounding?
Sounds good. Anyone else? Maybe one more notch. Sound and voice.
All right, so down one more notch. So we'll see if this does. We'll go through the next chunk and you tell me. We've organized the net as follows. First by time zone, moving east to west, then alphabetically by state, and then by call sign. When called, please identify and give your presence. If you have any other family members you would like to check in as well, please give their first names. We'll move through the list fairly rapidly. If you miss your turn, we'll call for late and mess check-ins after the initial roll call. The topic for tonight's net was suggested by Doug, WRFL 449. Have you thought about if and how you might use GMRS in an emergency? And what hardware do you think would be good to have for emergency communications? If you are not able to stick around for the roundtable or would like to bow out of this topic, feel free to report no traffic up front when you're called during the roll call. All right, we're going to start with Florida. Florida stations, heads up. There's a whole 2 of you. We'll start with WRDR 479. Tony. Nothing heard. Moving on to WRFL 821. Daryl.
WRFL 821, Daryl, no traffic.
Very Very good, Daryl. Thanks for the check-in there. And moving on to Georgia, WQTD 542, Brent.
WQTD 542, Brett.
Okay, thank you. Got you checked in. WQWI, Justin. WQYS 402, David. WRAV 504, yet another David. There's a whole bunch of us up there.
WRAV 504, David here in Augusta. No traffic.
All right, thank you for checking in and out, and I got you down. WRBU 985, Rob. WRFS 585, Steve. Nothing heard. Next up, we're moving into Indiana. Indiana stations, please pay attention. This is your spot. WQVG 601, Mike.
WQVG 601, Mike, Gary, Indiana, with no traffic.
Very good, Mike. Thanks for checking in and out. WQVY 669, Ryan. WQYW 692, Kevin. No audio on that. If you want to try again, if that was you, Kevin, WQYW 692, Kevin. Nothing heard. There was a W in there. You're in and out of the repeater. You're not making it. Let's give you a shot again during late check-in if you're able to improve your signal. Moving on to WQYZ 296, Dave.
WQYZ 296, over here in Griffith, Indiana.
All right, thanks for checking in, Dave. I got you down. WQZR 755, Rick. WRAN 345, Wally. WRAX 542, Buddy.
WRAX 542, I'll be in and out. I appreciate you doing the net.
No problem at all, anytime. Thanks for checking in and out. WRCN 496, Cooper. WRCQ 487, Jay.
WRCQ 487J, over to Indiana. I'll be in and out. Thanks for doing the net.
Very good, Jay. Thanks for checking in. We'll move on to WRCQ 487, Unit 3, Tyler.
WRC2 487, Unit 3, Tyler, over Indiana.
Very good, Tyler. Thanks for checking in. WRCW 750, Thomas. Nothing heard. WRDA 843. Actually, well, let's do WRDA 843, Shane.
1050, Thomas.
Station out there, negative copy. Try me one more time.
WRCW 750, Thomas, Hammond. I'll be in and out.
Okay, very good, Thomas. I got you down. Let's see. Let's try WRDA 843, Shane, one more time. WRDE 566, Tim. WRDE 566, Unit 2, Andrea.
WRDE 566, Unit 1, this is Tim, and I'll go ahead and check Andrea in. She's also in tonight. We're on check in and out. Thank you for the net.
Okay, very good. Thanks for checking both of you in and out. I got you down. WREY 478, JV.
WREY 478, JB, here, Indianapolis. Checking in, checking out. Thank you very much.
No problem, and thanks for stopping by. WRFC 721, Steve.
WRFC 721, Steve from Porter County, Indiana. Checking in, checking out, no traffic.
Very good, Steve. Thanks for dropping by. WRFK 894, Tim.
WRFK 894, Tim, checking in.
Very good, Tim. Thanks for dropping by. I got you in. WRFL 246, Don.
WRFL 246 Don, Hammond, Indiana. No traffic.
Very good, Don. Thanks for dropping by, and have a good evening. Thanks for checking in. WRFS 992, Cody.
WRFS 992. Checking out. I'll also be checking in. WRFS 992, Unit 2, John, out of Marysville, Indiana.
Very good, Cody, and thanks to John and you as well for checking in. I got both of you down. Okay, that's the end of Indiana. I'll do another call for WQYW 692. If you're able to improve your signal, give me a shout. All right, well, I heard some voice in there, but it's really choppy copy. So I have you marked as in and out, and I'll put you down. Let's see, moving on to North Carolina, so heads up, WQEN 357, Scott.
This is WQEN 57, Scott. Please check me in and out tonight.
Very good, Scott. Thanks for dropping in. WQTG 303, Brad. WRBV 327, Dale. WRDA 414, Jason. WRDQ 608, William. WREB 947, Bob. This is WQVS 960 for ID. WREK 482, Tim. WRES 222, Kyle and Amy. WRFL 315, Brian. Okay, that's the end of North Carolina. I'll loop around for late check-ins at the end of the roll call. So if I missed you, that's going to be your time to chime in. So we'll move on to New Jersey, starting with WQEJ 577, Rich.
WQEJ 577, Rich in Trent, New Jersey. No traffic tonight.
Very good. Thanks for dropping by, Rich. WRAI 650, Mike.
WRAI 650, Mike in Hamilton, New Jersey. No traffic tonight.
Very good, Mike. Thanks for dropping by. WRAK 968, another Mike.
WRAK 968, Mike, Little Egg Harbor Township, and we're going to be updating the list. I'm now going to be WRAK 968 101, and I have Mike, WRAK 968 201, who is going to be in Holmdel. That's going to be Mike Sr.
Okay, very good, Mike and Mike Sr. I got both of you guys in the log, and we'll get those unit numbers straightened out next time we run the net. Last station for New Jersey, we have WREM 430, Nick.
WREM 430, Hamilton, New Jersey, present.
Very good, Nick. Thanks for checking in, and as usual, it's 100% check-in for New Jersey, so good on you guys. That's awesome. Let's see, we'll move on to Pennsylvania. WRFA 442, Brandon. Nothing heard. Let's see. I know we have a couple of new repeaters on the air, so I'm going to deviate a little bit. Any other stations in Pennsylvania wishing to check in?
WQUZ 499, name here is Edwin from Tobyhanna, Pennsylvania.
Okay, very good, Edwin. I'll do another call for any other stations in Pennsylvania. Please call. All right, and then we'll toss another state into the mix. New York. Any other stations in New York wishing to make the net? First time, please give your call sign.
WRCV 353, Pat, Bronx, New York.
Okay, very good, Pat. Thanks for checking in. I got you down. One second here. Let me just add some notes to my log so I know to jump to the bottom of the list here when it's time at the round table. All right, and with that, we'll move on to South Carolina. South Carolina, heads up. WQRL 495, Glenn. WRBL 666, Phil. WRDV 917, Chris. All right, no check-ins for South Carolina. With that, we'll move on to Illinois, so heads up there. WQUY 536, Patrick.
QI 536, Patrick, Woodstock, Illinois.
Okay, very good. Thanks for checking in. I got you down. WQWA 590, Tim. WQYU 376, Kurt.
WQAU 376, Kurt, out of Woodstock, Illinois. No traffic. Thanks for doing that, sir.
No problem, Kurt. Thanks for dropping by. I got you in and out. WQZB 946, Eddie.
Whiskey, Quebec, Zulu Bravo 946, Eddie. Echo Delta, Delta Indy Echo. Short time.
Okay, very good, Eddie. I have you listed as priority, so we'll get to you first when we get to the round table. WQZW 575, David.
WQZW 575, David in Waukegan, Illinois, checking in and out.
Very good, David. Thanks for dropping by. WQZZ 968, Doug. WRAF 278, Mike.
WRF 278, Hawthorne Woods, Illinois, in and out. Thanks for doing the net.
All right, thank you, Mike. Thanks for dropping by. We'll move on to WRAL 939, Vincent.
WRAL 939, Vince from Oak Forest, Illinois. No traffic, sir.
Okay, Vince, thanks for dropping by. I got you in and out. Move on to WRBP 334, Rockford. WRCM 330, Bob.
Good evening, WRTM 330, Antioch. I will have some words for the round table. Thank you, sir.
Very good, Bob. Thanks for checking in, and I got you noted down as with traffic. So we'll move on to WRCV 497, Jeff.
WRCV, Jeff out of Grand Park, Illinois. No traffic.
Very good, Jeff. Got you in and out. Thanks for dropping by this evening. WRCZ 886, Bill.
WRCZ 886, no traffic, in and out.
Very good, Bill. Thanks for dropping by. WRDK 264, Joe.
WRDK 264, Joe. Thanks for running the net. No traffic.
Very good, no problem, and thanks for dropping by this evening. WRDL 342, Mo.
WRDL 342, Palatine, Illinois. No traffic for the net. WRDL 342 clear.
Very good, thanks for dropping by. WRDU 235, Rob.
WRDU 235, Rob in Montgomery. Thanks for running the net. No traffic.
Very good, Rob. Thanks for dropping by. WREM 499, Alan. WREM 501, Don.
WREM 501, Kankakee County. On the Grundy County machine, name here's Don. Thank you. I'm out.
Okay, very good, Don. Thanks for dropping by. WREY 611, Jerry.
WREY 611, South Elgin, Illinois.
Very good, Jerry. Thank you. I got you in the log. WRFD 949, Richard. This is WQVS 960 for ID. We'll move on to WRFJ 642, Ken. WRFJ 980, Jeremy. WRFK 892, Chris. WRFL 209, Todd.
WRFL 209, Todd out of Plano, Illinois. Thanks for running the net. No traffic.
Very good, Todd. Thanks for dropping by. WRFL 449, Doug.
WRFL 449, Doug from Prairie Grove, Illinois. Thank you, David, for running the net. I look forward to tonight's topic.
Sounds good, Doug, and thanks for giving us a bunch of topics to cruise through. That's a big help there as well. We'll move on to WRFM 332, Chris.
WRFM 332, Chris checking in.
Very good, Chris. Thanks for checking in. I got you down. WRFP 325, Dave. WRFP 921, another Dave.
RFP 921, Dave in Sandwich, no traffic.
Very good, Dave. Thanks for dropping by this evening. WRFQ 535, Ferdy.
This is WRFQ 535, Ferdy in Bolingbrook, Illinois. Thanks for doing the net. No traffic.
No problem at all. Thanks for dropping by. WRFQ 969, Matt.
WRQ 969, Matt, McHenry, Illinois, checking in, checking out, no traffic. Thanks for running the net.
Very good, Matt. Thanks for dropping by. WRFR 244, Brent. WRFR 502, Artie.
WRF.
Okay, Artie, I had a weak copy there, but enough to get your call sign. If you can let me know whether you'll have traffic or not, I'll mark you accordingly.
No traffic.
Okay, very good. Thanks for dropping by this evening, and hope you have a good one. We'll see you next time. WRFR 912, Justin.
WRFR 912, this is Justin checking in from Morris, Illinois, and thank you very much for doing the whip, or the net.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks for checking in. I got you down. We'll move on to our only Minnesota station, WREN 806. John, if you're there, give us a shout.
WREN 806, John, Faribault, Minnesota.
Very good, John. Thanks for checking in. I got you down on the log. We'll move on to Missouri. We'll move on to WRDV 845, Chris.
Breakneck control. WRFL 246, Unit 2, John, in Steger, Illinois. Didn't get on the list, apparently.
Okay, can you give me your call sign again, please?
WRFL 246, Unit 3. Sorry about that.
Okay, added you to the log. I, for some reason, don't have you in here. Is this your first time checking in? No audio. Please go ahead one more time.
Said, no, we checked in a couple weeks ago. I said, that's John in Steger, Illinois.
Okay, sounds good. I've added a note to double check. Yeah, not sure what happened. We must have just lost you in one of the spreadsheets there. Can you confirm that it's WRFL 206?
WRFL 246, Unit 3.
Okay, very good. I got you added in there. Sorry about the mix-up there. We'll keep on cruising through the log here, and I'll leave a note to circle back to you in Illinois.
Indiana late check-in.
All right, is that WRAN 345?
WRAN 345, Wally, Hobart, Indiana. No traffic. Thank you, sir.
No problem, Wally. Anytime. Thanks for dropping by with us this evening. We'll move on to South Dakota. We'll Check in with WRAS 704, Scott. All right, and with that said, we'll move into Texas, starting with WQLS 991, Randall. WQYR 748, Lee. WRAI 770, Kenny. WRAI 914, Steve. WRAR 671, Shannon. WRCN 926, Cedric.
WRCN 926, checking in, no traffic.
Very good, Cedric. Thanks for dropping by with us this evening. WRCN 933, Greg. WRCS 823, John. WRDF 640, Larry.
Roger, WRDF 640, Larry and Dickinson. In and out, no traffic. Thanks for running the net.
Very good, Larry. Thanks for dropping by, and hope you have a good evening. We'll move on to WRDW 976, Omar. WREB 219, Charlie. WREE 678, Robert. WRFI 782, Steve.
WRFI 782, Steve in Houston. Checking in, no traffic. Have a pleasant evening, everyone.
All right, thanks for dropping by, Steve. I got you in and out. Lastly, last station in Texas, we'll move on to the one and only WRFQ 344. David, how are you this evening?
WRFQ 344, David here in Baytown. I'm going to keep it short for you tonight, so I'm going to check in with no traffic.
Very good, David. Thanks for dropping by. Next up, we're going to move into Wisconsin, so heads up if you're over there. We'll check in first with WQGT 456, Jeff.
WQGT 456, Jeff, along with better half Juanita in Friendship.
Okay, very good, Jeff. I'll add Juanita in there as well, and she'll be on the log next time. Did you have any traffic for us this evening?
Actually, you can mark me as in and out. Thanks for asking me that. I forgot.
No worries at all. Thanks for dropping by. We'll move on to WQJV 506, Paul.
WQJV 506,
Okay, very good, Paul. Thanks for checking in. I got you in the log. We'll move on to WQMP 372, Tim. Nothing heard. This is WQVS 960 for ID. WQNM 292, Scott.
WQNM 292, no traffic.
Okay, very good, Scott. Thanks for checking in and out. I got you in there. We'll move on to WQOW 374, Rick. WQQD 868, Rich. WQVA 593, Corey.
WQVA 593, Corey, Racine. No traffic. Thanks for jumping in there and getting that going clutch.
No problem. I got a text from our primary net control operator, and I guess they severed the cable connection outside his house there. So, what are the odds? You go figure. What can you do? We'll move on to WQYE 931 to 1.
Good evening, WQYE 931 to 1, Milwaukee, short timer.
Okay, very good. Thanks for checking in. I have you marked as priority, so we'll move to you first along with the other priority station there when we get to the round table. We'll move on to WQYV 879, Dwayne. WQZZ 396, Mike. WRAB 672, Steve.
WRAB 672, Stephen Kenosha. No traffic.
Very good, Steve. Thanks for dropping in, and we'll catch you next time. WRAQ 304, Al. WRAR 309, Matthew.
WRAR 309, Matt, Gainesville. In and out tonight. No traffic.
Okay, very good, Matt. Thanks for checking in and out this evening. We'll catch you next time. WRAX 620, Ed.
WRAX 620, Ed in Milwaukee. Thank you, Dave, for doing the net in and out. No traffic.
No problem, Ed. Thanks for dropping by this evening. We'll move on to WRBL 826, Mike. WRBR 919, Tom.
Hey Dave, WRBR 919, Tom in Sun Prairie, Wisconsin, checking in and out. Thanks for running the net.
No problem at all. Thanks for dropping by with us this evening, and we'll catch you next time. We'll move on to WRDW 443, Don. WRDZ 952, Jack. WREN 713, Rod.
WREN 713, Rod Oconomowoc. Thanks, Dave, for running the net tonight. Great job.
No problem, Rod. Glad we got it up and running. Let's see. We'll move on to WRFF 557, Dan. WRFF 680, Brandon. WRFI 544, Doug. WRFK 512, Corey. WRFK 526, Rick. WRFK 796, Dave.
WRFK 796, Dave, Poinette, Wisconsin, checking in and out. Thanks for what you do.
No problem, Dave. Thanks for dropping by with us this evening, and we'll see you next time. WRFK 885, George. WRFN 745, Frank. WRFP 989, Don. WRFT 779, Mike.
WRFT 779, Mike, checking in from Heartland. No traffic.
Very good, Mike. Thanks for checking in and out with us this evening, and we'll see you next time. All right, we'll move on to the Mountain Time Zone, but I know we're faking you guys out with Arizona. I'll check myself in, WQVS 960. I do believe I'm at least mostly here.
WRFQ 737, Tom.
WRFQ 737, is that right? Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I think I was missed up the list. Tom in Madison, WRFQ 737.
Indeed, you were. All right. Let's see. I got you checked in. Do you have any traffic for us this evening, or were you going to be in and out with us?
Probably in and out. I actually missed the question, but yeah, I'll break it if I need to.
Okay, no worries. And now that I'm looking at a different part of the list, I have a few other ones in Wisconsin. So WRFM 745, another Tom. And WRFR 376, Steve.
WRFR 376,
Steve in Milwaukee. Good evening, no traffic.
Very good, Steve. And again, my apologies for getting these things out of order. We must have had a little glitch in the spreadsheet. I'm going to jump through a couple of states real quick. Let's see, I'm looking for any WQYS 400. Andrew or Colton, you guys out there with us in Georgia? Alright. I got 2 words of that if you want to try it again.
Flow on the hammer tonight. We're checking in and checking out.
Alright, sounds good. I'll check both of you guys in and out. Thanks for stopping by this evening. Let's see, we'll do another one out of order here. It should be one of the last ones. We'll switch to Virginia real quick for WRFC 637, Dave. Alright, that should cover all of it. Nothing heard. I'll jump back up to Arizona. Let's see, let me clear this up. And we'll move on to WRC 637. Okay, Dave, thanks for checking in. Do you have traffic for us this evening, or are you going to be in and out? Okay, negative copy. I'll leave you open on the list for now, and then if I call you on the round table and you're not there, that's completely fine too, no worries. Let's see, we'll move into back into Arizona. I swear I'm not eager to get there, it's just next in line. Let's see, WQXE 928, Bill. WQYU 211, Juan. WRCG 610, Robert. WRCU 527, Darren.
WRCU 527, I'll be in and out, and I'm still down for next Sunday net control, David. Thanks for jumping in and running the net.
Sounds good, I appreciate it. Glad to have you on there. We'll move on to WRCZ 558, Aaron. WRDK 713, Dave.
WRDK 713 checking in. Thanks for stepping in and saving the day today, Dave. Awesome job.
No problem. Glad we got it put together this evening. You know, things happen. I just roll with it, and then we'll move on to WRFE 219, Mike.
WRFE 219, Mike, Marana, Arizona. Thanks for running the net tonight, and no traffic.
Very good, Mike. Thanks for dropping by this evening, and we'll catch you next time. We'll move on to WRFF 723, Paul. WRFL 207, Yancey. WRFL 884, Daro.
WRFL 884, no traffic. Thanks for taking over the net tonight. Much needed.
Very good, Doro. Not a problem. And we'll catch you next time. WRFP 419, Allen. WRFQ 335, Dustin. WRFR 554, Mike.
WRFR 554, Mike in Oro Valley, Arizona. Good evening, David, and everyone on the net.
Very good, Mike. Thanks for checking in. I got you down. Let's see, WRFR 587, Chris. WRFS 422, Patrick. WRFU 591, Russell. WRFS 866, Ron. All right, we'll move back west, or back east, just a smidge into New Mexico. WQJI 810, Russell.
QJI 810, mobile, somewhere west of, or east of Moriarty here.
Very good, Russ. Thanks for checking in. I got you in the log. We'll move on to WQTU 995, David. WQZX 837, Harry. WRAB 665, Matt. WRAN 487, Mike.
WRAN 47 in Albuquerque, Mike. No traffic. Clear monitoring.
Very good, Mike. Thanks for checking in and out with us this evening. This is WQVS 960 for ID, and we'll move on to WRBM 681, Rob.
WRBM 681, no traffic.
Okay, very good. Got you in and out. Thanks for dropping by. WRBM 780, Jose.
WRBM 780, no traffic. Checking in, checking out.
Very good. Got you in and out. Thanks for dropping by. WRBV 308, Caden.
Hey, good evening. This is WRBV 308. I'm going to sit this one out. We got dinner in about 5 minutes. Thanks for running the net.
No problem at all. Thanks for dropping by. Move on to WRCC 710, Brita. WRCC 710, Monty. WRCC 714, Bruce.
WRCC 714 portable. No traffic. Thank you, David, for running the net.
No problem, Bruce. Thanks for dropping by this evening. WRCK 831, Adam. WRCS 365, David. WRCU 852, Levi. WRCX 237, Kevin. Nothing heard. I did hear a key up there. We'll try it one more time. Is that you out there, Kevin? Nothing heard. We'll move on to WRCZ 417, Paul. Okay, that was a lot of static in there. I did not get a clean copy. Was that you, WRCZ 417? Okay, no improvement in audio there, but I'm going to assume that was you. I'll leave the spot open on the roundtable if you make it. If not, that's fine, no worries, and we'll catch you next time if that's the case. Let's see, we'll move on to WRDB 817, David. WRDS 831, James.
WRDS 831, mobile, no traffic.
Very good, James. Thanks for dropping by this evening. We'll move on to WRDY 651, Ellen.
It's WRDY 651. We're both here tonight, but we'll be in and out.
Okay, very good there. Thanks for checking both of you guys in and out. We'll catch you both next time. WRDZ 390, Matt. WREC 548, Jim. The one and only Whiskey Romeo Echo Echo 380, Brett. Are you out there, sir?
Whiskey Romeo Echo Echo 380, Brett, Bernalillo, New Mexico. Thanks for running the net, and I have no traffic. Thank you.
All right, all good, Brett. We'll catch you next time. Thanks for dropping by this evening. WREI 364, Mark.
WREI 364, negative traffic. Checking in, checking out from Albuquerque.
All right, all good, Mark. Thanks for dropping by this evening. WREM 305, another Mark. WRFG 930, Andy.
WRFG 930, no traffic.
Okay, very good, Andy. Thanks for dropping by this evening. WRFH 557, Dwayne.
WRFH 557, no traffic.
Very good, Dwayne. Thanks for dropping by this evening. We'll move on to WRFN 434, Dom.
WRSN 434, checking in and out tonight, Dave. You're a rock star in my book. Thank you for making this net happen tonight, man. Appreciate it.
No problem at all. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll catch you next time. WRFP 942, Jeff. WRFQ 513, Duke.
WRFQ 513, no traffic.
Okay, very good. Got you in and out. Thanks for dropping by. WRFQ 626, John.
WRFQ 626, John, out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. No traffic, in and out. Thank you, sir.
All good. Thanks for dropping by. WRFR 533, Jesse.
WRFR 533, checking in, checking out.
Okay, all good. Thanks for dropping by. That wraps up New Mexico. We're going to move into Wyoming, our only station out there. WRDR 919, Mark. Negative copy. We'll move on to California, our only station out there. WQND 300, Connor.
WQND 300 checking in. And I guess if you want to, come back to me with that question later, I guess you can.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks. I got you logged in. And, yeah, we'll see you at the round table. Let's see. I think I might have missed WREZ 948, Brian. That's an Arizona station. Again, out of order. We got a few of these tonight. So, yeah, are you out there? Okay, we'll now move into late and missed check-ins, missed check-ins, or messed up ones for that matter, for those that were on the roll call, but missed their chance. Again, this is only for stations that are already on the roll call, and it's not an open check-in. We'll do that after the roundtable. So let's see, we'll call for late and missed check-ins, Florida. Move on to late and missed check-ins for Georgia. Late and missed check-ins for Indiana. Late and missed check-ins for North Carolina.
WRA 414, Morehead City.
Okay, very good, Jason. I got you checked in. Thanks for checking in. I'll do another call for late and missed check-ins for North Carolina. This is WQVS 960 for ID. We will not have any late or missed check-ins for New Jersey. You guys are 100%. Let's see, any late or missed check-ins for Pennsylvania? Late or missed check-ins for South Carolina? later missed check-ins for Illinois.
WRBP 334, Rockford, Illinois. Checking in, checking out.
Okay, very good, Rockford. Thanks for dropping by this evening. I got you in and out. Any other late or missed check-ins for Illinois?
WRFJ 980, Jeremy checking in and checking out.
Okay, very good, Jeremy. Got you in and out. Thanks for dropping by. Any other later missed check-ins for Illinois? Okay, let's see. I'm going to loop back up the list here a little bit. Someone just sent me a message that there might be something going on with the North Carolina link. So let's loop back up for late and missed check-ins for North Carolina. If you are on the list and have been called but did not get a chance to check in, please call now.
WQTG 303, just to make sure you heard me. It's the third time I've tried to get in. I don't know if I'm doubling or not. And there was also a Morehead City station.
Okay, thanks for checking in, Brad. I definitely heard you that time. I have not heard you before. I definitely recognize your voice. The Morehead City station, if you're still out there, go ahead and give us a shout. Okay, no audio on that one. Let's see, Brad, if you know his call sign, I can relay him in if you want to go that route.
Honestly, I missed it. All I heard him say was Morehead City. He was coming in on the Newport repeater.
Okay, sounds good. We'll catch him next time. Let's see, where was I? Oh yeah, Illinois. I think,
WRDA 414. That was me. I'm in Morehead City on the Newport.
Okay, is that Jason out there?
10-4.
Okay, Jason, I got you in the log, and we'll leave it at that. Last call for late and missed check-ins for North Carolina. Later missed check-ins for Missouri and South Dakota. Move on to Texas. Late and missed check-ins for Texas.
WRAI 914, Steve in Houston.
Okay, I got Steve. I got you logged in there, and there was one other station that doubled with you. Other station, go ahead.
EP 295, Mike, Tomball, Texas.
Okay, Mike, can you give me your call sign one more time?
WREP, Whiskey, Romeo, Echo, Papa, 290.
Okay, I got you in the log. Give me just 1 second to polish this thing up. Okay, got you down. Let's see, any other later missed check-ins for Texas?
WQLS 991, Randall and Humboldt, Texas. No traffic.
Okay, Randall, got you in and out. Thanks for dropping by. And there was another station that doubled with you. Go ahead.
WRCN 933, Greg, Friendswood.
Okay, Greg, thanks for stopping by. I got you checked in. Any other later missed check-ins for Texas? All right, we'll move on to Wisconsin. Late and missed check-ins. I keep saying that. Late and missed check-ins for Wisconsin. Go ahead.
This is WRFK 885, George from Waterford, Wisconsin. Checking in, checking out, no traffic.
Okay, very good, George. Thanks for dropping by this evening. Any other missed or late check-ins for Wisconsin?
WQIE 931, recheck. I've run out of time. Have a good evening.
Very good, Tawan. Thanks for dropping by this evening. Sorry we didn't get to the round table sooner, and we'll catch you next time. Any other later missed check-ins for Wisconsin? All right, we'll move on to Arizona. Late and missed check-ins for Arizona.
Checking in, checking out, and thanks for running the net, David.
All right, I didn't get your call send there. I was in and out of the repeater. Was that Alan? Okay, negative copy there. Let's try that one more time.
It's Patrick and Vale.
There we go, Patrick. Thanks for checking in and out this evening. I got you in the log. Any other missed stations in Arizona, late or missed check-ins?
WRFU 415, Kelly in Tucson.
Okay, I copy WRFU 415. Kelly, is that correct?
Affirmative.
Okay, very good. Thanks for checking in this evening. Let's see, let me give myself a note here. Let's see, any other later missed check-ins for Arizona? New Mexico stations, any late or missed check-ins? Later missed check-ins for Wyoming, California, and Virginia. And I believe that more or less brings us to the bottom of the list. So give me 1 second to filter things out here.
Can I get a late check-in for New York City?
Go ahead, New York City station.
This is WQCR 739, Bronx, New York. No traffic.
Okay, if you can repeat your call sign again, and if you give me your first name, I'll get you logged in and out there.
This is WQCR 739. The first name here is Joel, Bronx, New York.
Okay, very good, Joel. Thanks for dropping by with us this evening. Let's see, we'll now conclude the roll call. As a special announcement this evening, we wish to acknowledge and thank all the mothers out there. Thank you for all you do, and happy Mother's Day to all of you. Does anybody have any other general announcements to make? Please give your call sign now.
Hold on, I got WRFU 591, Russell, Tucson, Arizona.
Okay, Russell, I got you checked in. Let's see, do you have any general announcements for the net, or are you just looking to join the roundtable?
Joining the round table. I just got my license and a buddy of mine, and we're playing by the rules, and generally that's what we want to do.
Sounds good. We'll toss you into the loop here for a second, and thanks for joining us this evening. Any other stations wishing to make any general announcements to the net, please call.
WRFT 518, late check-in, Tucson. First name Mike.
Okay, thanks for checking in, Mike. I got you in the log. Let's see. We'll move on to the roundtable portion, which will follow, of course, the roundtable with the general check-in for all other stations wishing to make the net in the future. Again, the topic for tonight's net: have you thought about if and how you might use GMRS in an emergency, and what hardware do you think would be good to have for emergency communications? Let's see. If you would like to make suggestions for future topics, please feel free to throw out any other ideas during your turn, or get a hold of us throughout the week. We'll move up to the top of the list here, and we'll start with, one second, let me get this thing flipped around. We'll start with WQTD 542 out of Georgia. Go ahead, sir.
Just emergency communications. If cell goes down, I mean, link repeaters wouldn't work, but it would be great to be able to talk to one another family-wise, or other people in the community to find out what's going on. WQTD 542.
Very good, Brent. We'll pass it along to WQYZ 296, Dave. Nothing heard. WRCQ 487/3, Tyler.
No traffic.
Okay, Tyler, thanks for dropping by this evening. We'll move on to WRFK 894, Tim in Indiana.
As far as using for an emergency, I, get a hold of family, emergency services, get information like weather and all that stuff. Hardware, that's just your radio and some kind of power supply.
Sounds good, Tim. Thanks for chiming in with that. I do see that I had a short-time station on there that I've missed. WQZB 946, Eddie in Illinois. If you're still out there, please chime in. Nothing heard. We'll double back to WRDA 414, Jason in North Carolina.
No comment.
Okay, very good. We'll pass it on to WREM 430, Nick in New Jersey.
WREM 430, Nick in New Jersey. This is actually a subject that I had put some thought into already. I've got a couple base units that are capable of talking from a couple different households. I can use those to relay messages to handhelds if necessary. This is actually a technique we used when we had about a week or two power outage due to some hurricanes in the past.
Very good. That's glad to see that actually you have some real life applications there. And yeah, absolutely. Handhelds don't necessarily have the best ability to receive signals and other information, and having a good network of base stations to put out some more power and better antennas can help that out a lot, whether that's with repeaters or with manual relays. So that's a very important aspect there. We'll pass it down to Pennsylvania. We'll go down to, let's see, who do I have in the list here? WQUZ 499, Edwin.
No traffic.
Okay, very good. We'll go on to WRCV 353, Pat in New York.
Thank you all there. No traffic, just listening, and thank you for running the net.
No problem at all. Thanks for dropping by, and we're glad to have another state on the network there. That's definitely exciting. Let's see, we'll move on to WQUY 536, Patrick in Illinois.
And WQUI 536, Patrick in Woodstock. I guess it all depends on what your budget is, and anything from having some portables laying around, mobiles, and having a repeater that you could take to an emergency site if necessary. Again, it just comes down to how much fund money you have.
Yep, very good point, and unfortunately all this stuff can be definitely kind of a money pit. So good advice there. We'll move on to WRCM 330, Bob.
Good evening, Net. RCM 330. I lecture on this quite a bit, so I might ramble on a bit. Integrating GMRS into your family comm plan, one, is very legal and is very good. Plenty of commercial grade equipment around that can be had at a relatively good price, both based mobile and portable. If you're going to be building your plan around, you really need to become involved with a mutual assistance group, and radio is a great way to do that. I'd like to break out your pencils, guys. I'd like to have you take a look at the web, www.amron, AMRRON.com. Say again, AMRRON.com. It's a group of sorry about that, back into it, like-minded patriots, and they've been at this for an awful long time. I know there's a group in the Midwest here that we're thinking of bringing Amron onto GMRS. And that's about it. Check out the GMRS, and anybody want to get a hold of me, they can find me usually on the air here someplace. The Amron is a great organization, and the website will bring you a lot of information there. That's about it from my end, WRCM 330.
Okay, very good, Bob. Thanks for that information there, and I'm sure plenty of us will be checking that out. Let's see, we'll move on to WREY 611, Jerry. WRFL 449, Doug.
WRFL 449. Hey, thanks for the topic and for people's input. My interest in emergency communications is really my prompting for radio use, and it starts with friends and family. I've done some tests at Simplex and found out that's not going to reach very far, so I do depend on the repeaters. And 536, you said it well, that you need to know how much fund money you have. In addition to the fund, I've learned that if there's an emergency, you've got to know things like the PL codes in advance. So it does take some preparation to set up. In the emergency, I would rely on local repeaters at a minimum, a good radio, a little bit higher wattage with a good antenna, mobile, and base station. This is WRFL 449.
Very good, Doug. Thanks for that. That's some good tips there. We'll move on to WRFM 332, Chris in Illinois.
Yeah, I've definitely given it a thought. I'm still pretty new into this hobby, but I'm in a lucky position where the bulk of my close friends and family live nearby. So using GMRS as an emergency communication thing is definitely within the realm of possibility. Kind of next thing that I'm looking at for this hobby is how to stand up, entry-level repeater. And, as previously been mentioned, that's all going to depend on budget and what kind of performance I can get, without breaking the bank. But yeah, that's it for me. Thank you again for running the net tonight.
No problem at all. We'll move on to WRFR 912, Justin.
Yes, thank you. First, I think it's a wonderful subject. I've actually thought a lot about it myself. And I just probably would have said more if it wasn't for some of these guys who have already spoke on the subject in a way that I would have about using it for emergency preparedness and things. One thing, though, that I decided that I'm going to do that I think might be a good idea for just about anyone is I'm going to start making packages up for people, friends and family, even if they may not get a license and talk on it, with a little cheap handheld radio set up with all the frequencies that are appropriate for their given area, and just give it to them, as a gift, and kind of with some instructions on how they might use it in an emergency situation. And I think there's a lot of potential for that. So.
Very good, Justin. That's definitely a great idea, and we may not necessarily all be fans of cheap hardware, but that is a good use case for that. Just passing them out to people that aren't necessarily tech savvy when it comes to radio stuff, and having it pre-programmed and ready to go, I think is a good idea. Next up, we'll move along to Actually, we had one more station in Illinois. Let's see, WRFL 246, John, Unit 3. Okay, nothing heard. We'll move on to WREN 806, John in Minnesota. We'll move on to Texas, WRAI 914, Steve. WRCN 933, Greg.
Traffic, thank you.
Okay, very good, Greg. Thanks for dropping by this evening. We'll move back into Wisconsin. Let's see, WQJV 506, Paul.
Yeah, WQJV 506. Yeah, I used GMRS to keep in contact with friends and family. There's a couple other friends. But standalone repeaters, and I talk to them quite often.
Okay, very good, Paul. I think you cut in and out there. but I was able to get most of that. Thanks for the tips there, and standalone repeaters are definitely useful. Like others have mentioned, if there's a large-scale internet outage, some of these link systems won't work unless you have them set up with direct wireless links to one another, which that's hard to do across the country, but can definitely work within your state. So having some local support plan for that is definitely very handy. We'll move on to WREN 713, Rod, also in Wisconsin.
Thanks, Dave. WREN 713. I run a repeater. It's set up on a travel/emergency frequency 675. I've got a couple of deep cell batteries for emergency use that if I need to, I can connect up just in case of power outages and cell phones go down. I also have a solar panel that I can continuously recharge them if necessary. That's basically how I would use my GMRS network in an emergency.
Okay, very good, and I'm glad you actually brought up the topic of solar panels. Depending on the amount of use that your repeater is looking to run, you don't necessarily need a huge solar panel to keep it juiced up. If you have something that's set up in the field, either a mobile or a small repeater that's using mobiles, and you only use it on occasion, you don't need a large battery and panel at all, and they're not very expensive. And it's a great way to keep these things juiced up in case there's an extended outage. We'll move on down to Actually, these have all checked out, so we're good there. I think we're good in Wisconsin. We're going to move over to Arizona, WRDK 713, Dave.
Well, GMRS has always been a hobby first thing for me, but even shortly after I first got into it, I started thinking about the whole emergency thing, and that's what led me to get an SMA to PL259 adapter so that I can use my handheld with my base station antenna if I need to during a power outage. Cell phones go down like some other people were saying. But more than that, if I happen to be home and my wife is out in the Jeep or vice versa, and for some reason we don't have cell phones or power, I can hook that handheld up to my base, and as long as she's in town, we can talk to each other. And I can also hit repeaters that way too, provided that they still have power. And that's where the whole solar and deep cell battery thing comes in that other people are mentioning. I know I've heard of other repeaters up in Phoenix. They have like propane backup generators, so that's always something to keep in mind too. But yeah.
Yep, some good points there. A base station on a handheld is going to work a lot better than the rubber ducky, and the nice thing is with the handhelds, you can of course charge them in your car for a little while as well, as long as you have gas or something to juice them up. And on the topic of generators, propane doesn't log water on you. Propane will stay good. So if you do have a generator and it's part of your power plan, and it's gas or diesel or whatever, make sure you exercise it every once in a while to keep things fresh. And if it's sitting too long, switch out the fuel. We'll move on to WRFR 554, Mike in Arizona. Okay, nothing heard. We'll move on to WRFU 591, Russell in Arizona. Nothing heard. We'll move on to WRFU 415, Kelly.
WRFU 415, thank you, but I have no traffic.
Very good. Thanks for dropping by this evening. Next up, we'll move into New Mexico. WQJI 810, Russ, go ahead, sir. Nothing heard. We'll move on to WRCZ 417, Paul in New Mexico. WQND 300, Connor in California.
Yeah, the local repeater that I use has propane backup, so I guess, that's a good thing. But since I use my handheld more than I use, any other radio, because I don't really have a base, I would say the best thing to do is have some type of vehicle charger.
Yep, not a bad idea, and a lot of the lower power handhelds, the ones that run 2-3 watts or so, you can actually often get USB chargers with those too, so if you have something that you use for camping or backpacking to keep your phone charged, you'd also be able to use that to charge your handheld. Some of those things are little battery packs with, little solar panels built into it. Probably not the greatest thing, but it could do the trick. We're a little bit out of order here, so I apologize to Dave in Virginia. WRFC 637, if you're still with us, go ahead. Okay, roger that. I got you down for no traffic. Thanks for joining us this evening. Let's see. That wraps up the round table for us. And we now begin the open check-in portion of the net, open to all licensed GMRS users, whether a regular or first-time check-in. If you check in during this portion of the net, you will be automatically placed on the roll call for the next 5 nets in order to have a turn of the roundtable discussions in the future. This is WQVS 960 for ID. Check-ins are called for per state. At times, depending on crowding, we may call for stations to be grouped based on the last letter of your call sign. For example, my call sign is WQVS 960, and I would check in during the call for stations ending in Sierra through Zulu. That's S through Z. Please announce your call signs phonetically if you can. It helps a lot with copying information down. So, without further ado, we'll open up the can of worms here. We'll do an open call for any station in Arizona. All stations in Arizona wishing to join the net in the future, please give your call sign now. All right, dodged a bullet there. That's good. Next up, we'll move into Georgia. Any stations in Georgia wishing to make the net, please call now. Open check-in for Illinois. Any stations in Illinois wishing to make the net, please call.
Whiskey Romeo Foxtrot Romeo 539, Eric out of Plainfield, Illinois.
Okay, WRFR 539, Eric, I got you down. Any other stations in Illinois wishing to make the net, please call.
WRFR 244, late check-in.
Okay, very good, Brent. Thanks for joining us this evening. I got you in. Any other check-ins, open check-in in Illinois? Go ahead. Okay, we'll move on to Indiana. Any open check-ins in Indiana? Please call now.
Whiskey Romeo Foxtrot Sierra 907. This is Carl with a K in St. John, Indiana.
Okay, very good. WRFS 907, Carl, I got you in the log, and thanks for joining us this evening. Any other stations in Indiana, please call. All right, we'll move on to New Mexico. Open check-in in New Mexico. Open season, I should say. Any stations wishing to make the roll, please call.
WRCU 852.
Okay, Levi, thanks for joining us this evening. I got you logged in. Any other stations in New Mexico wishing to make the roll, please call. move on to New Jersey. Any stations in New Jersey wishing to make the net, please give your call sign.
WRFQ 896, Whiskey Romeo, Quebec.
Okay, I got a bit of a drop connection there. I have Whiskey Romeo, and I think it was Foxtrot, Quebec 897. If you could correct me if it needs it, and then give me your name. Okay, I didn't quite punch it open there. Try it one more time. Okay, I have negative copy there. I have you down as Whiskey Romeo Foxtrot Quebec 897. Try and correct me one more time, but if not, I'll call you by that name on the next round if you make it.
RFQ.
Okay, is that S as in Sierra? We'll give this one more try, and if not, we'll just have to do it next time. It's in and out. Okay, my apologies about that. We'll hopefully catch you next time and under better circumstances. Let's see, from New Jersey, we're going to move into Pennsylvania real quick. I know I'm skipping around the alphabet here, but any other Pennsylvania stations wishing to make the net, please call. And we'll do an open call for stations in New York. Please call.
QXK.
All right, I got a QSK. If you want to give me your call sign again a little bit more slowly, I'll get it logged in here.
Yeah, late check-in. WQRL 347, Whiskey Quebec Romeo Lima 347. My QRA is Juan, Julia Uniform Alpha November.
Okay, very good, Juan. Thanks for joining us this evening. I got you in the log. Any other stations in New York wishing to make the net, please call. All right, I have Whiskey. Yeah, that sounds pretty good right around now. Whiskey Romeo, Foxtrot, Quebec 418. If I have that right, please give me your name, and if I have it wrong, please correct me.
That is correct. And my name is Mark. M-A-R-C, Charlie.
Okay, very good, Mark, with the C. I got you logged in. Thanks for joining us this evening. Any other stations in New York wishing to make the net, please give us a shout.
259. My name is Mike. I'm in Queens, New York, Flushing, Queens.
Okay, Mike, thanks. I got you in there. I got 259 on your call sign. If you can just give me the letters again, I'll get you filled out there.
Sure.
All right.
Whiskey Romeo Echo November 3. Excuse me. Whiskey Romeo Echo November 359. My name is Mike, and I'm in Queens.
Okay, WREN 359, Mike. I got you logged in. Thanks for joining us this evening. Any other stations in New York wishing to make the list, please give us a shout. All right, and we'll do North Carolina next. Any stations in North Carolina wishing to check in, please give your call sign.
Romeo, Foxtrot, Uniform 630, Roy in North Carolina.
Okay, I have a WRFP 283. If you can give me your name, and then I have another station in there. We'll have it ended in Foxtrot Uniform 630, and that's Roy. So let's start with the 283 station. If you can give me your name again, please. Okay, very good. I got you logged in. Thanks for that. And the station ending with Foxtrot Uniform 630, Roy. Go ahead, sir. If you can give me your full call sign.
Yeah, Roger. Net Control, call signs of Whiskey, Romeo, Foxtrot Uniform 630, Roy in North Carolina.
Okay, very good, Roy and Cameron. Are you guys both in there? Thanks for joining us this evening. Any other stations in North Carolina wishing to make the roll? All right, next up we'll move to South Carolina. Any stations in South Carolina, please call. We'll move on to Texas. Open season in Texas. Any stations out there, please give us your call sign. And we'll move on to Wisconsin. Nothing heard. Any stations in Wisconsin wishing to make the roll, please give us your call sign. All right, this is WQVS 960 for ID. We're now going to open it up for any location, anywhere in the country. I'm going to start with stations whose call signs, the first four letters in your call sign end in A through I. That's Alpha through India. If your call sign ends with Alpha through India, please give us a shout, no matter where you're at. Okay, any stations, any locations ending in Juliet through Romeo. If your call sign ends with Juliet through Romeo, J through R, give us a shout. All right, and we'll move along to three. Sierra through Zulu, S through Z. If your call sign ends with S through Z and you're somewhere in the country, please give us a shout.
WEZ, Whiskey Romeo, Edward Zulu, 9-4. This is Mark in Houston, Texas.
Okay, Mark, I did not get a copy on your call sign. If you could repeat it to me slower. You have a decent signal, but it's cutting in and out a little bit. Try me one more time.
Whiskey Romeo, Edward Zulu, 9-1.
Okay, it sounds like we have some packet loss on the line there. I have Whiskey Romeo, Echo Romeo, 91 question mark. We'll do this one more time. Go ahead, sir.
Zulu, 9-4.
Okay, Mark, I got you in there as Whiskey Romeo Echo Zulu 914, and it looks like I have a record for you with the FCC that matches that, so we're good. I think we're good there. Any other stations anywhere in the country wishing to make the net, please give us your call sign.
WRES 244, George, in Texas.
Okay, WRES 244, George, I got you in there. Any other stations wishing to join us this evening? Go ahead.
WRCN 930, Wisconsin. Stephen.
Okay, Stephen, I got you in there. Good copy there. Any other stations, please give us a shout. All right, and we'll leave it at that. Let's see. This has been the 15th session of the National GMRS Net. Thank you all for your participation. We have a preliminary total of 122, and I think by the time I go through this, it'll be closer to 125 or 126 check-ins this evening. So that's a new record. Again, this net utilizes link repeaters throughout the United States that are coordinated by the MyGMRS network. I believe at the moment it's just upward north of about 50 repeaters, so it's a good setup there. For information on the National GMRS Net and the various groups linked together this evening, please visit usgmrs.com. For everything else, visit mygmrs.com. That's mygmrs.com. The National GMRS Net meets every Sunday at 5 p.m. Arizona time, 6 Mountain, 7 Central, and 8 Eastern. Thanks to all who checked in, to the many repeater owners that, along with MyGMRS, helped make this net a reality. We'll see you all next time. This is WQBS 960, returning the repeater system to its regular operation and wishing everyone a good evening and a happy Mother's Day. Standing by.